Today we will be going over the Salon des Réfugiés, the counter exhibition that opened in 1863 in France with the support of Napoleon III. It was in response to the controversy of 1863 when official salon jury rejected 2/3 of artwork, causing an outrage in the artist community. The counter exhibition included some of the artwork that was rejected from regular salons. The salon jury was upholding their hierarchy of ranking art, but the artists deemed it as censorship. To the right, we see a caricature view of the Salon des Réfugiés, which was drawn of the inside in 1863 by Fabricius. Now, why were these pieces rejected? The official salon jury had a system of what was accepted into their salons based on things such as genre, subject, or the esteem and riches of the artists themselves. Some of the paintings were deemed inappropriate in subject, vulgar, or elementary due to their different styles and techniques. Another reason for the large refusal was that the artists were limited to 3 artworks per category, when prior there was no limit. This outraged artists, as it meant less of their work could be seen in an event that was able to get them exposure. To the right, we have another caricature by Fabricius on Gustave Courbet's Chasse au Renard in 1863, which was another piece in the Salon des Réfugiés. How did the exhibition go? The Salon des Réfugiés was held shortly after the pieces were rejected, so the artists had to quickly make the choice of whether to participate and what pieces to put in. Fabricius drew several caricatures, but even he had to pick and choose what he drew because some of the art was deemed too risque. After he tried to pick and choose his work, he still wasn't allowed to publish it because the Dépôt Légal still felt the need to censor his work. There were critics in favor and those who were not. There was a lot of controversial opinions on artist techniques, specifically on techniques like Manet's, where they were deciding if his brushstrokes were innovative or just sloppy. The official salon jury was, of course, upset at this undermining, and strategies were used to discourage public attendance. In the end, the salon has become renowned and now can be considered successful with all the artists that have come out of it and the fight that was pushed towards censorship of art. Here is just a few of the artworks and artists that were in the exhibition. Of course, there were many more. To the left, we have Alphonse Legros, who did a portrait of Edward Manet in 1863. And in the middle, we have a painting by Edward Manet himself, Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe, which is the luncheon on the grass, which was done in 1863 with oil on canvas. As we can see, there is a naked woman with 2 clothed men out in nature. So this was very scandalous at the time. To the right, we have James McNeill Whistler, who painted the Symphony in White No. 1 in 1862 with oil on canvas. This was controversial and rejected due to its use of white, which was not very common at the time, and the composition. Now, while these paintings might not seem too controversial or too out of the ordinary for us nowadays, they had very different social standards in 1863. But because of the innovations and risks that these artists chose to take and the pushback that they gave when they were censored, we were able to get movements like the Impressionist movement and more of the art that we have gotten to this day.